What's up? We are back again here on the channel talking today about our second week of racing with the High Limit Racing Series. So the second race preview that we've got here on the channel. And today we're going to be talking about races 3 and 4 that will be held at the Golden Isles Speedway in Waynesville, Georgia, coming up on Thursday and Saturday later this week. Golden Isles Speedway it is a 4/10 mile racetrack, and the race is being dubbed as the Deuces Wild because it is a double show between the High Limit Sprint Car Series and the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. So a lot of racing action to get to. It's going to be a great show for the fans down there that come to the racetrack, as well as watching the home on flow. Could get a little bit of crossover between the two fans as well as the drivers as well. So it should be a fun weekend. So getting into a little bit here, the track record for a 410 sprint car at Golden Isles Speedway has yet to be set because there has not been a 410 race at Golden Isles. The race on Thursday on the 22nd is $10,000 to win and $1,000 to start. On Saturday, on February 24th, it is $20,000 to win and $1,500 to start. The estimated car count for the sprint cars at this point in time is around 30-ish. We'll talk about the drivers that we know are going to be there a little bit later on in this video, but we're going to be seeing right around 30. So might not quite get to 4 heat races, but definitely have a healthy field for at least 3 heat races. Now, the most recent 410 winners, there are none. This is the first ever 410 sprint car race to be ran here at Golden Isles Speedway. There have been 2 Top Gun Sprint Car Series races held there in 2015. If you're not familiar, the Top Gun Series is kind of a 360 series. I mean, not like the best 360s. I feel like some of them might be 2 barrels as well. But that is the only other sprint car races that have ever happened at Golden Isles Speedway back in 2015. Now, all these drivers, with the exception of one, which we'll talk about here in a moment, none of them have ever been to Golden Isles to race, obviously, with what we just mentioned. But there is a practice night on Wednesday, February 21st, the night before the first race on Thursday. So it's an open practice. It's not just for sprint cars. It's also for late models. I think 604 late models as well. They'll be racing as one of the support classes. So some drivers will get some track time before they get onto the racetrack for the race event on Thursday. Some additional information to talk about here for this race. Something kind of fun that we're doing. On Thursday, Brandon Overton and Tim McCready, 2 late model drivers, they are going to be joining me in the booth announcing the heat races. So I'm going to be kind of anchoring the broadcast a little bit there, but those 2 will be, I'm guessing, reading the lineups, doing the play-by-play as well. So Brandon Overton, Tim McCready, that should be pretty fun. Overton does have 1 sprint car start with the Outlaws. That was at the Charlotte Motor Speedway dirt track during the World Finals a few years ago. And then Tim McCready, we know him very well at the Chili Bowl, open wheel cars. I'm not really sure about his sprint car, his experience in a sprint car. I have to look that up, but obviously Super Dirt Car Series, some kind of open wheel cars as well. But Tim McCready, very good when it comes to midgets, so he does have a little bit of that experience with the open wheel cars to talk about on the broadcast. Also, as I mentioned a moment ago, this is a great chance for fans of either late models or sprint cars to kind of see both in action on the same night. A little bit of crossover, which I think could be cool. Maybe you make a new fan on the late model side of things with the sprint cars, or vice versa as well. So I think it's gonna be kind of cool. Deuces Wild, good name for the event as well. So yeah, I'm excited to see it. I've only been to a handful of big time late model races. Most of them, actually I think all of them, coming at Volusia Speedway Park. And so excited to see the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series at Golden Isles. Now, 4/10 mile success here in the past couple of years. Since 2017, Kyle Larson has the best average finish with the World of Outlaws at 4/10 mile racetracks. That average finish is 4.6. In that same time span, David Gravel has the most World of Outlaws wins on 4/10 mile racetracks with 12. Obviously, well, as far as we know, David Gravel is not going to be at Golden Isles Speedway. I would be quite shocked if he was, but that is the driver with the most amount of wins on this type of track in the last couple of years. And since 2019, Tyler Courtney has the best average finish with the All-Stars on this type of racetrack at 3.7. In that same time span, since 2019, Aaron Reitzel with 3 wins against the All-Stars on a 4/10 mile racetrack. I'm not sure if Reitzel's going to be there. He was down there for East Bay. He ran the 360s at East Bay as well. Wouldn't be shocked if he was there. I haven't seen any Facebook posts or anything like that from the team to confirm that, but wouldn't be shocked at all to see Reitzel show up in the field. Now, the non-high rollers that will be in the field this week, these are the drivers that are not full-time with the series and have confirmed that they will be at the race this weekend. Ryan Timms, Sam Hafertepe Jr. Timms, fresh off that $10,000 to win race at the King of 360s at East Bay. Hafertepe, Cole Macedo, who finished second at East Bay with the High Limit Series. Kevin Newton will be there along with Dylan Norris and Anthony Macri. Larson does have the asterisk next to his name because he will be the only driver in the sprint car field that does have experience at Golden Isles. He does have a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win there last year in 2023. He also has 2 other podiums to go along with that win as well. So Larson, he'll have the most experience in the field of the full-time and the visiting drivers with the High Limit Series. Eric Riggins Jr., he'll be in the field as well as Austin McCarl. So right now, you got 17 full-time guys plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So right about 26, 27 cars. And we do expect a couple of what we call non-listers to show up at the race and not post about it on Twitter or Facebook. I tried to wait as long as I could. I leave to head down there tomorrow to see if anybody else would say that they're coming to the race. Didn't get any more. So we'll wait and see when we get down there, and we'll see what the car count looks like. And I want to mention the last one for the East Bay preview, I said around 34 cars, and we had 56. So I was way off in that prediction, and hopefully I'm way off with 30, but I'm pretty confident it's going to be right about that 30 mark. And now finally, the point standing is going into the first race of the season. Corey Day and Brad Sweet are tied at the top with 133 points each. Tyler Courtney is 9 behind, and then Brent Marks 13 points back, with Tanner Thorson rounding out the top 5 right now with the High Limit Racing Series when it comes to the point standings. So that's the race preview here for Golden Isles Speedway, the very first ever 410 sprint car race to be held at this racetrack. I've heard a lot of good things when it comes to late model action there and modifieds and things like that. So really excited to see how it goes. And this part I'm also pretty excited about as well. A great chance for fans of both disciplines to maybe get a good look at the other discipline and see if they like it. So should be a fun weekend of racing. Going to join James Essex and Dustin Jarrett up there in the booth. And we got Tony Laporta. He's going to be doing some pit reporting for the late model series. And I forgot to mention that I think it's Corey Eliason, Tyler Courtney, and one other driver are going to be helping doing the announcing for the late model series one of the nights for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. So a lot of drivers getting involved and things like that to try and make that broadcast just a little bit more fun. So thank you guys for watching this video. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you in the next video, which will be a recap of these races from Golden Isles Speedway. Thank you.